Well, it's football time here in Bruce, Mississippi, as well as all over the state of Mississippi as high school football gets underway. And, of course, tonight, TV7, TV34 is covering the Bruce Baldwyn game. Bruce Trojan hosting the Baldwyn Bearcats tonight. And I'm sure Don's going to recap last year's opening with Baldwyn before we're through here with our opening tonight. But we're looking forward to different results tonight from the Bruce Trojans. And before we get underway, we do want to take time to thank the sponsors of tonight's game. You know, right here on TV7, we've been in the television broadcasting industry, low power, for 16 years nearly now, and we want to thank all the sponsors who have been with us all the way, and this is no exception this season. We have some tremendous sponsors. We hope that you, the viewers, on Friday night and Saturday morning will express your thanks to the sponsors for taking time to sponsor high school sports. They're not only sponsoring football in your home, but they're also sponsoring these young people as they project good, wholesome sports here in our county. And this year's sponsors for the Bruce games tonight will be Kelwood Outlet in Calhoun City, Parker Brothers Trucking in Calhoun City, Hawkins Motor Company of Calhoun City, Calhoun Apparel Incorporated of Calhoun City, Farmers and Merchants Bank in Bruce, Bruce Telephone Company Waller Incorporated in Bruce, Pontotoc Electric Power Association of Bruce, Warehouser Company in Bruce, Step Saver Pharmacy of Bruce, Weeks Big Star right here in Bruce, Kathy's Cozy Kitchen in Pittsburgh, O-South Outfitters in Bruce, Bruce Family Medical Center Bruce, Jackson Implement Company of Pontotoc, Money Connection in Bruce, Fred's Superstore located in Bruce, Calhoun City, Vardaman, and Water Valley, Hunter's Holla in Oxford, Houston Building Supply of Houston, Pizza Palace on the square here in Bruce, and Dr. Eddie Brown Optometry in Bruce. And as you listen to the different variety of sponsors we have, we hope that you'll go out and patronize these sponsors in some way to show your appreciation for their support of high school athletics right here in Calhoun County. And we want to turn it over to Don. Let Don tell you a little bit about what he forecast in tonight's game and bring you up to date on those Trojans.
Thank you, Miss Ann, and what a way to start the season. The two A powers here tonight, Baldwyn and Bruce, both perennial playoff teams. Over the last 2 years, Baldwyn has won 18 games and only lost 3. Last year, though, they lost the first round of the playoffs to Louisville Central. Bruce, on the other hand, coming off a somewhat disappointing year with a 7-7 record, although they did wind up in the North Half Championship as they have been accustomed to here under Coach Phil Ferguson the last several years. Tonight we've got a tremendous matchup with some great running backs for both teams on both sides of the ball, and this will be a good test for both Bruce and Baldwyn to see how good a football team that they're going to have this year. We're going to give you the starting lineup here in just a few moments. This is the first game of the season for both of these teams, of course. And Baldwyn comes in with the highly talented Brad Price at running back and at wingback Michael Bean.
Number 13, Matt.
We'll give you the full lineup here for the
Number 19, Nick Gillentine.
Baldwyn Bearcats here tonight. First on
number
offense,
51,
at quarterback,
Nick
the senior
guard.
number 13, Matt
Number
Hopkins.
55,
At
Ken
fullback,
Center.
number 9, Jaron Spencer.
Number 61,
At
Nathan
tailback, number
Ashmore.
8, Brad
guard.
Price, the senior.
Number 62,
At wingback,
Seth
number
Hodges.
3, Michael Bean.
Guard.
At wide receiver,
Number 66,
number 19, Nick
Steve
Gillentine.
Roberts at tackle.
At left tackle, number
And number
66, Steve Roberts. At left
60,
guard, number
Daniel
61,
Arnold,
Nathan
tackle.
Ashmore. At center, number 55, Ken
Now
Ricks.
for Bruce Trojans.
At right guard, number 62,
6,
Seth
Miles
Hodges.
Flanker.
At right tackle, number 78,
Number 7,
Jason
Shane
Bell. And the
Cade.
tight end is number 12, Gabe Ryan.
Number 10, Brent
On
Spencer,
offense for the
tailback.
Trojans tonight,
Number
making his
14,
first start.
Chad Logan, quarterback.
in his career, Chad Logan, number
20,
14,
Corey
getting the
Grace,
start, taking
tight
place
end.
of Freddie Bullard, who
Number
has moved
22,
on to play
Kendrick
for Northwest.
Armstrong, fullback.
One running back
Number
is
56,
at fullback,
Roman Moore.
number 22,
Center.
Kendrick Armstrong.
Number
And at the
61,
running back
John Burt.
position, number 10, Brent Spencer.
Guard.
At wide
number
receiver, number
65,
7,
Jody
Shane
Dye.
McKay. The flanker is number 6,
Guard.
Ahmad
Number
Powell.
74, Zach
At left tackle,
Zach
number
Westmoreland.
74, Zach
Tackle.
Westmoreland.
Number 77,
At left guard, number 65,
Deontay
Jody
Gassett,
Dye. At
tackle.
center, number 61, John Burt. And at right guard, number 56, Roman
No
Moore.
defense for our
Right
Trojans,
tackle,
number
number
1,
77,
Jonathan
Deontay
Armstrong.
Gaston.
Linebacker.
And at tight end,
Number
number
2,
20,
Jamal
Corey
Jackson.
Gray.
Free safety.
Defensively for Baldwyn, they run a 5-2 defensive front. At left end, number 13,
Number
Matt
8, Andy
Hopkins.
Fortner.
At left
Strong
tackle,
safety.
number 8, Brad Price.
Number 10, Brent Spencer.
At nose guard,
defensive
number
back.
78, Jason Bell. At
Number
right
22,
tackle,
Kendrick Armstrong,
number 51,
linebacker.
Nick Bell. And at right end, number 85, Daniel
Michael Hatchett.
Arnold. The two linebackers are E.
Tackle.
Bean and number 61, Nathan
Number
Ashmore.
69, Chris Moss.
At the
Tackle.
corner, number 14, Rodney Barnett.
Number 75,
At right
Tony
corner, number
Woodall.
3, Michael
Nose
Bean.
tackle.
The
Number
safeties
85,
are number 5, Rolando
Jeff Dye,
Reagan,
defensive end.
and number 12, Gabe Ryan. Defensively for the Bruce Trojans tonight, at left end is number 65, Jody Dye. Left tackle, number 53, Michael Hatchett. At nose guard, number 75, Tony Woodall. At the right tackle position, number 69, Chris Malt. And at right end, number 5, Eddie Logan. The Armstrongs are at the linebacker position. Kenny Armstrong, number 22, and Jonathan Armstrong, number 1. Two very good linebackers for the Trojans. At the corners, number 10, Brent Spencer, and number 6, Ahmed Powell. The strong safety is number 8, Andy Fortner, and at free safety, number 2, Jamal Jackson. We're moments away here from kickoff, and we will take a break here and come back with the kickoff from Bruce. Baldwyn and Bruce coming right up. Stay with us.
Now for the starting lineups. First for the Baldwyn Bearcats. Forward, number 62, Seth Hodges. Guard, number 66, Steve Roberts at tackle. Captains for tonight's game for the Baldwyn Bearcats, number 4, Andy Hopkins, number 13, Matt Hopkins.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for the invocation and remain standing for our national anthem. Leading the prayer tonight will be Darrell Logan.
May we pray. Our most gracious and divine Heavenly Father, we're so thankful for this night. Father, we thank you so much for the teams represented here, for the coaching staff, for the spectators. Father, we thank you for your Son who died on the cross that we might have eternal life. And Father, as we participate in this contest tonight, let us be reminded that the greatest victory that we can ever have is the victory through Jesus Christ. For these prayers I humbly lift up to you and pray your blessings upon them. Amen.
And welcome back to Trojan Field. Don Brooks here with Ken Johnson, Ann Morgan, Rob Morgan, and Josh Morgan. And William Morgan down on the sidelines getting us some footage as we're about ready to get this one underway here tonight. Baldwyn last year went 10-0 in the regular season before losing in the first round of the playoffs. They started that season off with a victory against these Trojans by the final score 28-20. Just looking back on that game, Bruce jumped out to a 14-0 lead in that game before Baldwyn came storming back with the help of Brad Price, who ran for 190 yards in that game. And that's going to be the key tonight for Bruce to shut down the running attack of Baldwyn tonight. Michael Bean and Brad Price. Brad Price is going to kick it off. Armstrong is back deep with Brent Spencer. Bruce in the home blue, solid blue, trimmed in gold. Baldwyn in the visiting white, navy helmets and gray trousers. Ready to get this one underway. Should be a good 2A matchup. And a line drive kickoff is going to be fielded by Spencer at the 10. Spencer back up to the 20, across the 25, gets a seam and breaks it out across the 30 to the 32-yard line. So good field position for the Trojans. Chad Logan leads the team out at quarterback position.
The tackle was made
making his first start as a Trojan.
Bean. The Trojans first and 10 from
in the backfield.
33.
You'll have Armstrong, that's Kenny Armstrong, along with Brent Spencer, number 10 at tailback. We'll see a lot of different players on offense for Bruce. They're very deep across the offensive line. And now they're going to send two wide receivers to the right. That's Powell and McKay. Logan hands it off right side. Armstrong, not much running room. Up to about the 34-yard line.
On the carry.
It's going to be a gain of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Bean on the tackle for the Bearcats.
Gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Trojans.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Ball rests at the 34-yard line. Trojans once again send 2 wide receivers to the right. And a whistle, and we're going to have a flag here. And most likely this is going to go against Bruce, maybe an illegal procedure. Bruce coming off a 7-7 season in which they went to the North Half Championship, lost to Boonville, who, by the way, very impressively knocked off Faulkner last night by the score of 45-13. Offsides against Baldwyn is the call, so a break for the Trojans. Looks like one of the Bearcats might have lined up offsides, and it'll be 2nd down. And now 3 yards to go. Ball is at the 39-yard line. I formation now for the Trojans. Logan is going to hand it off on the delay to Spencer, picking his way, has some room to the 45. Spencer to the 50, and down to the 45 of Baldwin. That'll be enough for a 1st down.
Spencer on the carry.
Brent Spencer.
Tackle was made by Michael Bean.
Excellent running back. Didn't see a lot of action at that position last year, but he is the key man this year.
1st and 10 Trojan on the Bearcat.
We should
45.
see some of Jeremy Poindexter as well. 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Baldwin 45. Just underway, 10:45 to go here in the 1st quarter. 6 men across the front for Baldwin. Logan's going to keep it on the ground now. He's going to run it himself. Breaks a tackle to the 40. Has a 1st down inside the 35-yard line and out of bounds. Nifty move there by Logan.
Chad Logan on the keeper.
And Bruce really moving the football here on the opening drive.
Erskine Bean.
A 2nd 1st down of the night. Baldwin is led
1st
by
and 10 Trojans from the Bearcats 35.
Coach Gann. That's Larry Gann, the head coach for Baldwin. Of course, Phil Ferguson now in his 4th year at the helm for Bruce. 1st and 10 to go for Bruce. I formation. From the 35, we have another whistle. And you'll always see a lot of flags in the opening game of the year. This is going to be offsides against Baldwin once again. So it'll be 1st and 5 here for Bruce.
Offsides against the Bearcats.
Hot, muggy night, absolutely no wind blowing. You saw a look at the flag during the national anthem. First and 5 to go for the Trojans at the 30-yard line. Trojans trying to get on the board here on the opening drive of the night. Logan under center. Hands to his fullback Armstrong. Spins away but cannot get away from the grasp of number 6.
Hendrick Armstrong on the carry.
Erskine Reno.
Tackle was made by Erskine Bean.
Make that Erskine Bean a junior. That's his 3rd tackle of the night. So he is doing the job from the middle linebacker position.
But bring up 2nd and 4 for the Trojans.
1 yard gain on the play. 2nd down 4 coming up for Bruce. We may see some of Jamal Jackson at quarterback tonight also, as they've been platooning during summer drills. Here's Logan on the keeper right up the middle, maybe got a yard to the 28. That's about it. It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Chad Logan on the keeper.
And 3 situation now.
Tackle was made by Barnett.
For the Trojans. Barnett on the stop for Baldwin.
3rd and long 3 for the Trojans.
Baldwin lost their playoff game last year to Louisville Central, who Bruce then turned around and beat in the 2nd round of the playoffs. And we mentioned they've only lost 3 games in the last 2 years. Here's the handoff to Armstrong, trying to get to the left. breaks away from one tackle, but is going to come up short of the first down.
Kendrick Armstrong with the carry.
Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 4th down and 3. And you can pretty much guess that Coach Ferguson will go for it here in Baldwyn territory.
Fourth and 4 for the Trojans.
4th down, 3 yards to go. Ball is at the 28. Wishbone backfield now for the Trojans. Logan hands it off to number 45, who's got the first down inside the 25 to about the 24. Jeremy Poindexter's first carry of the night.
Poindexter on the carry.
Poindexter, a young man who played against Baldwyn last year.
Tackle was made by
before leaving the team, and now he's back this year.
First and 10 Trojans. Ball was on the 24.
And he's only a junior. Both running backs are juniors. All 3, actually, if you count the fullback Armstrong. There's some movement on the right side. Baldwyn looked like they might have jumped first. Let's see what the referee will call here. It is against Baldwyn. Left end jumped off sides, and that's their 3rd penalty. All off sides here in the first quarter. Now they're discussing it, so we might have to hold on here. It is going to be against Bruce.
Illegal procedure against the Trojans.
This one's going to go against the Trojans. Looked like Baldwyn jumped across, then the Trojan right tackle moved.
Be first and 15 from the 29.
But this one goes against the Trojans, so it'll be 1st down, 15 yards to go. This drive now 4.5 minutes long. Bruce started on their own 32. They've marched down to the 29-yard line of Baldwyn. McKay wide to the left, lined up against Michael Bean. I formation. Hand off to the tailback. That's going to be Spencer to the 20. Spencer to the 15 down the sidelines. Dives into the end zone. And it's a touchdown, Trojans. Brent Spencer with a 29-yard run to put the Trojans on the board. And on a very impressive 68-yard drive to open this ball game for the Trojans. And Brent Spencer takes it in for the touchdown. Extra point coming up.
Justin Stepp for the point after attempt.
Justin Stepp doing the place kicking duties out of the hold of Shane McKay. Bruce drawing first blood. The extra point is up. It's a high kick, and it is right down the middle.
The extra point was good.
Bruce takes a 7-0 lead here against the Baldwyn Bearcats. Miss Ann.
Well, what a great beginning, and you know, this is kind of how Bruce started out a year ago, so they've got to keep the momentum going.
The cheerleaders tonight.
Let me tell you a little bit about Kelwood Outlet. I heard someone say it is Calhoun City's best kept secret, but let me tell you, the word is out. Kelwood Outlet for the latest in fall fashions at the best savings. And another thing you might not know, Kelwood Outlet is moving to a new location later on in the year. Much bigger, much better, with more service to you, their valued customers. Parker Brothers Trucking right there in Calhoun City. Truck parts for every make. Try Parker's Brother Trucking. They have a complete line of parts, repairs. Go by and visit the friendly folks at Parker Brothers Trucking. Hawkins Motor Company for the cleanest used cars in the county. Gary Hawkins invites you to come by and take a look at all the automobiles that he has available. Automobiles, recreational vehicles, trucks. Just whatever your needs are, Hawkins can rise to meet them. Hawkins Motor Company in Calhoun City.
For the Trojans.
Calhoun Apparel Incorporated, an industry that has grown over the years, and let me tell you, they're one of the major employers in our county. Calhoun Apparel, serving you right here in Calhoun City, Kilmichael, and Water Valley. Mr. Bobby Steele and staff at Calhoun Apparel. Farmers and Merchants Bank, another proud sponsor of tonight's Bruce Trojan football game. Farmers and Merchants Bank invites you to come by and be a part of their team at Farmers and Merchants Bank, your full-service bank. They are a fair lending housing facility, and they're also a member of FDIC. Farmers and Merchants Bank on the square in Bruce.
Step kicks it off. It's going to be fielded at the 15 by the Bearcats. Back up to the 23-yard line. And a big tackle there by number 4, Sherman Cooper.
Stopped by Cooper.
With an excellent play on special teams. Barnett on the return. Bruce, that time, 8 plays, 68-yard drive. And it took him only 4 minutes and 37 seconds to jump out into the lead 7-0. Now Baldwyn will go on offense for the first time. They're very experienced in the backfield with Matt Hopkins at quarterback, a senior, and at running back, Brad Price, and the wing back is Bean. Bean will split wide to the right here on the first play of the season for the Bearcats. Ryan goes in motion, a flag on the play. Price trying to get room to the left. Breaks a couple of tackles, gets across the 35, up to the 40. He's into the open to the 50. Price still on his feet all the way to the 41 of Bruce, but there is a flag on the play, and this one may be coming back. Brad Price, a very talented running back.
Carry, and we have a flag on the play.
Illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure against the Bearcats.
And that's going to bring it back. So a long run for now for Brad Price, but you can see right away the running ability of this young man. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Bearcats. Brent Spencer on that last drive, 2 carries for 45 yards. Pretty good average. 22.5 yards a carry. Finished it off with a 28-yard touchdown run. First and 15 back at the 19 here for the Bearcats. Price is not in there now. Number 24 into the lineup. Give is to the fullback, and that's going to be across the 25. Ball is on the ground. It's loose, and Bruce has recovered. Trojans have it.
Fumble recovered by the Trojans. Jamal Jackson on the recovery.
Jamal Jackson, the free safety, picked up the fumble, and now a golden opportunity here for the Trojans. They're knocking on the door at the 29-yard line of Baldwyn. That was number 9. Jaron Spencer, the fullback, who coughed it up.
A 1st and 10, Trojan just inside the 30.
Logan's back in at quarterback. Armstrong and Spencer offset to the right. Handoff goes to Armstrong, trying to pick his way, maybe got a yard to the 28. That's about it.
Kendrick Armstrong on the carry.
2nd down and 9 coming up.
Golston in on the tackle. Gain of 1 will bring up 2nd and 9 for the Trojans.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. 4 carries now for 3 yards on the night for Armstrong. I formation for the Trojans. On 2nd down, 9 yards to go. They're going to give it up to the middle. Got an opening to the 20, to the 15. He's around the corner. He's going to score. Touchdown for Jonathan Armstrong.
Jonathan Armstrong, touchdown.
A 28-yard run. And the Bearcats are in the same position they were in last year, down 2 touchdowns here in the first quarter of play. Bruce has come out of this game and has taken advantage of some mistakes by Baldwyn. And Stepp will try to make it now 14-0. The kick is up, and it is good.
The extra point by Stepp.
Trojans 14, Baldwyn nothing. You're watching Trojan football here on TV7, TV 34. Stay with us.
Kendrick Armstrong on the carry. Tackle was made by Erskine Bean. Gain of a yard. Third and a long 3 for the Trojans. Touchdown.
And welcome back to Trojan Field here tonight, as the Trojans have jumped out to a quick 14-0 advantage against the Bearcats, who seem to be a little shocked across the way, but they were in this same position last year in the first quarter, so we'll see how they can recover here with 6:13 to go in the first quarter. That was a 2-play, 29-yard drive for the Trojans. They're up now 14-0. Short kick by Step. It's going to be fielded at the 24. That's Bean. Bean up to the 30. Hits by his own man, and he's dropped at the 31-yard line. Michael Bean.
Michael Bean on the return.
Good field
Tackle
position
made
here for
by
Baldwyn.
Cooper and McKay.
They'll go on offense now for the second time. Bruce is averaging 9.3 yards per play here in the first quarter. The running game
The Bearcats
has looked good.
Bearcats first and 10 from their own 31.
But the key is that offensive line. This is a tough offensive line for the Trojans, very experienced, and they are too deep at that part of their facet of the game. Price is a lone setback now behind Matt Hopkins. He's going to pitch sweep to Price. Price is hitting the backfield and dropped. Andy Fortner, the strong safety, came up to make the tackle.
Pierce on the carry. Andy Fortner on the tackle.
He is dropped for a loss of 3. And it'll be second down and 13 now. And now an official's timeout.
Official timeout.
And that's something they'll do early in the season when it's warm. And now we'll go for a look at some more of our sponsors.
And thank you, Don. What an exciting game from the Bruce Trojan Field. And you can hear these fans here tonight, and they're really pumped up for Bruce Trojans. The Bruce Telephone Company and Waller Incorporated is another that's truly pumped up for the Bruce Trojan. Always been a faithful sponsor of Bruce football right here on TV7, TV 34. Bruce Telephone Company for the latest in telephone technology, multiple supply of services that you can acquire at Bruce Telephone Company. Go by and see the friendly folks for all your telephone needs. Pontotoc Electric Power Association right here in Bruce. Mr. Smokey Bearfield and his staff doing a fantastic job maintaining the power in Bruce. And, you know, that's just what it takes for this team out on this field is power. And Pontotoc Electric Power Association is also working hard for you each and every day. Go by and see the staff at Pontotoc Electric Power Association, Warehouser Company right here in Bruce, working not only in the community but for the community. Warehouser Company, always a promoter of educational athletic sports here in Calhoun County. Step Saver Pharmacy, of course, very proud of the Trojans and very proud of Justin Stepp, the kicker you've seen tonight, who has made 2 points after the touchdown points. And Justin Stepp, a fine football player. Step Saver Pharmacy for the weight loss program that you would like to, that you dreamed about. Really, you can dream about this weight loss program. Lose weight while you're asleep. Go by and see Andy Stepp and staff at Step Saver Pharmacy.
Another flag on the play as you saw Michael Bean catching the pass out of the backfield. But this one may come back again for the Bearcats.
Flag on the play.
Flag thrown in the backfield, so it is once again illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure against the Bearcats.
Coach Gann can't be happy with the way his team has shot themselves in the foot offensively on the first couple of drives. 2 penalties and a fumble. And now they'll back it up 5 yards. Well, it'll be first and 15 yards to go. Other games of note tonight. Calhoun City opening the season on the road against Aberdeen. The Bulldogs making the playoffs last year in 4A. New Hopes at Oxford. The Hilltoppers of Houston are traveling to play Lafayette County. Big game in Water Valley as Coach Terry Allen makes his return to Blue Devil country with New Albany against Coach Chick Drury's Blue Devils. We're back now, second down and 15. Hopkins, little delayed draw play to Price. Price has stood up again.
Pierce on the carry.
53 was there for the Trojans. That's Michael Hatchett. along with Chestai, number 85. Lost back to the 22. It'll be second down now and 20. Loss of 5 on the play.
3rd and 21 for the Bearcats.
They have 3rd down, but it's only 2nd down. Hopkins back to throw. Hopkins is being chased, throws it out in a flat, incomplete. And a flag on the play. It was intended for number 12, Gabe Ryan. There is a flag in the backfield, and that's going to be roughing the passer against the Trojans. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty marked off against Bruce. And let's see if it's going to be an automatic first down. Yes, it is.
Personal foul against the Trojans, roughing the passer.
That penalty carries an automatic first down. So 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line for the Bearcats. 4:42 to go in the first quarter. Trojans on top 14-0.
They 1st and 10 for the Bearcats from their own 37.
Vardaman's at home tonight against Smithville. That's a good game in 1A. We'll have some highlights of that one at halftime. And Callan Academy taking on DeSoto. Here's Michael Bean, not much running room. He does get across the 40-yard line for a couple.
Michael Bean on the carry.
Let's call it a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Woodall and Armstrong. That's Jonathan Armstrong, number 1, on the tackle.
It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Bearcats.
2nd down and 7 yards to go from the 41. Hopkins hands it off now to Price. Price trying to get away, dragging a tackler up to the 45. Not enough for the first down. And it'll be 3rd down and a short 3.
Pierce on the carry, stopped by Armstrong and Faulkner.
They're going to give him across the 45 to the 46, so call it 3rd and 2.
Third and 1 for the Bearcats.
3rd down, 2 yards to go for the Bearcats. Triple I now in the backfield, the eye bone, and the left guard moves. That'll back him up 5 yards. Number 60, the left guard, the culprit. That'll bring it up to a 3rd down and 7.
Illegal procedure against the Bearcats. Bring up 3rd and 6. Timeout, Baldwyn.
We have a timeout on the field here with 3:23 to go. Bruce on top 14-0. Here's Miss Ann.
And thank you, Don. Wheats Big Star, another proud sponsor of Trojan football right here in Bruce tonight. Of course, for all the good values, the great buys week after week of specials. A wall of values is found at Wheats Big Star. Be sure you visit their deli for their special order cakes, birthday cakes, school cakes. You can have a Trojan cake, Academy cake, all your favorite color, your team colors. Just go by and talk with Wheats Big Star at the deli there. They'll be glad to fix you up. Wheats Big Star. Kathy's Cozy Kitchen in Pittsburgh. Kathy's Cozy Kitchen serves a daily lunch Monday through Friday. Go by and visit with them for the lunch during their daily lunch buffet. Old South Outfitters right here in Bruce, getting ready for the hunting season ahead, where you can find all your supply needs at Old South Outfitters, located on Highway 32 west of Bruce. And the Bruce Family Medical Center. Dr. Bruce Longest, team doctor, wishes the Trojans the best in this 1998 football season. Dr. Bruce Longest and staff at Bruce Family Medical Center.
3rd down and 7. In motion. Back to throw. Hopkins looks left, throws out in the flat, incomplete. Pass was a little bit low. It was intended for Barnett out of the backfield, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass incomplete, intended for Barnett. Bring up
Baldwyn looks like they're sending in the punting unit. Baldwyn now 9 plays, only 15 yards on the night. Price, 3 carries for a yard. He's been shut down. Of course, he had a big run called back by a penalty on the first play from scrimmage. Baldwin has 25 yards in penalties. Bruce with 20 yards.
Come out, Bruce.
Bruce is going to take a timeout here, their first of the night. 3:17 to go. The Trojans on top 14-0.
And thank you, Don. We're trying to get these sponsors in so that you'll know who the sponsors of tonight's game are. Jackson Implement Company in Pontotoc. Your John Deere dealer of Pontotoc County is Jackson Implement Company. Go by, see Bruce's own Benny Joe Parker for all your needs at Jackson Implement Company in Pontotoc. Money Connection right here in Bruce, your home-owned, home-operated finance company with over 47 years of combined experience. And I will remind you that's combined experience. Barbara and Linda have been in the financial business for a long time, and they invite you to come by and see them for all your money needs. Fred's Superstore right here in Bruce. Go by and visit Fred's Super Pharmacy and all the special buys that you got find at Fred's Superstore located in Bruce.
4th down 7. Baldwin to kick it away. A good kick. Spencer's going to field it at the 24. Spencer out to the right. Gets a great block. Up to the 30, 35. Still on his feet across the way. Fumbles out of bounds. It'll still be Bruce ball.
Brent Spencer on the return.
Great block that time by the
Tackle was
Trojans.
made by Andy Hopkins. The Trojans 1st and 10. They're on 39.
1st and 10 for the Trojans at the 39-yard line. Their 3rd possession of the night. They've scored on the first 2. Logan under center. I formation here for the Trojans on 1st and 10 from the 39. Pitch sweep to Spencer. Spencer trying to get to the outside. Gets away from one man to the 42-yard line. Breaking tacklers. And he is finally going to be wrapped up around the 44. That's a pickup of 5 on the play. Big number 77, Ryan Howell, finally finished him off.
Dean and Barnett on the tackle.
Ryan Howell's 305 pounds, and he's only in the 8th grade.
Gain of 4, bring up 2nd and 6 for the Trojans.
They're going to say his momentum was stopped at the 43, so 2nd and 6. We approach the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter. Hand off to the fullback Armstrong to the 45 to the 50. 1st down, Trojans still on his feet to the 41-yard line in Bearcat territory.
Kendrick Armstrong on the carry, stopped by Erskine Bean.
These Trojan running backs taking the spotlight away from the highly recruited and highly touted Baldwin running backs tonight. Coach Phil Ferguson, with the luxury of having to use or being able to use several men out of the backfield, keeping them all fresh. We've seen Jonathan Armstrong, Kendrick Armstrong, Poindexter, and Spencer. I formation, Poindexter's in the game now at tailback behind Kendrick Armstrong. They give it to Poindexter straight up the middle. He's got running room, breaks the tackle. Ball is on the ground, picked up by Baldwin. They've got an opening to the 50, to the 40. Down the sidelines, he has one man to beat. He stopped, breaks the tackle though, and he's going to score. Touchdown for number 6, Erskine Bean.
Touchdown Bearcats, Erskine Bean.
Poindexter laid it on the ground, and Bean picks it up and runs it back for the touchdown, and Baldwin is on the board now, 14-6, with 1:27 to go in the first quarter. It's about a 69-yard return unofficially for the Bearcats. Extra point coming up to try to cut the lead to 7. Number 51 doing the kicking for the Bearcats. That's Nick Bell. Out of the hole to Matt Hopkins.
Bell for the point after attempt.
Snap is a good one. The kick is up, and it is good. Minute 27 to go
good.
here in the first
Bruce
quarter of
14,
play. And the
Baldwin
score,
7.
Bruce 14, Baldwin 7. We're going to take a break and hear from some of our sponsors. We'll be back with more from Trojan Field right after this.
A first and 10, Trojan just inside the 30. Brad Pierce kicking off for the Bearcats.
And welcome back to Trojan Field. Baldwin gets a touchdown on the defensive end.
Spencer
And they have trimmed the lead now to 14-7. Armstrong and Spencer stand back at the 10-yard line. Price will kick off. And it's a line drive kickoff. Going to be going over the head of Spencer and into the end zone for a touchback. And so the Trojans will have their
first and 10
worst
from their own
field
20.
position of the night back at their own 20-yard line. So each team with a costly turnover that has turned into 7 points for the opponent. First and 10 here for the Trojans from the 20.
Into the first quarter, Calhoun City 2, Aberdeen 0.
Poindexter, Coach Ferguson puts him right back out there. He's in at tailback now, behind Jonathan Armstrong. Logan has gone all the way at quarterback so far. He's going to keep it to the right side, and he's going to be wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Trying to see who got in on that tackle.
Chad Logan on the keeper.
Looks like number 60 made the tackle for
Colso on the tackle.
And that's Colso.
Loss of 2 to bring up 2nd and 12 for the Trojans.
2-yard loss on the play for Logan. 2nd down, 12 coming up. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Both backup running backs in the game here. Play action. Logan rolls to his left, throws out the flat. It is complete to the 25. That's Armstrong down the sidelines. He's got an opening, and he's going to go all the way. Jonathan Armstrong has his 2nd touchdown of the night.
Touchdown.
82-yard pass play
from
Chad Logan to Jonathan Armstrong. Baldwin had nobody back at free safety. Once he got around the corner, he was gone, off to the races. Nobody came close to Jonathan Armstrong. That has to be a breakdown in the defense for the Bearcats. Extra point coming up. Justin Stepp will do the kicking. He's 2 for 2 so far. Snap is fumbled, and it's not going to be good. He never got it off. So the extra point is no good.
The extra point was no good.
Bruce leads it now 20-7. And they are rolling offensively against this Baldwin defense, who has not found a way to stop the backfield of the Bruce Trojans so far tonight. 27 seconds to go in the first quarter. We'll keep it right here. 20-7, Trojans on top.
Houston Building Supply in Houston would like to invite you to travel right on over to Houston for some of the best buys in building supplies. Houston Building Supplies has everything you need to complete your new home or your remodeling job from the floor to the ceiling, inside and out. Visit Houston Building Supply in Houston. And the Pizza Palace invites you to come by. Let me tell you, they have some of the best pizza anywhere around. Pizza Bill invites you to come by after the game or before the game even and enjoy some fresh hot pizza. They have a daily buffet that's served Monday through Saturday, and it includes your salad bar, all-you-can-eat pizza. It also has your main meat, vegetables, desserts, everything right there at Pizza Palace. Go by and see Pizza Bill. Like I said, it's the best pizza around.
The Bearcats.
Dr. Eddie Brown Optometry invites you to come by and have your eyes checked this year. As school has began, be sure your eyes are in perfect shape and you have 20/20 vision as you go into the classroom. Dr. Eddie Brown Optometry for the contacts, glasses, sunshades, just anything and everything that you want to have checked. Go by and see Dr. Eddie Brown for your eye care needs.
Trojans are rolling here in the first quarter and step to kick it off, and this is a good kick. It's going to go right to Michael Beam, who muffs the kickoff. Bean looking for room, nowhere to go, and he is wrapped up at the 19-yard line. Justin Stepp, the kicker, was down in on the play. Excellent coverage for the Trojans.
Erskine Bean on the return.
And Baldwyn will have to start at their own 20-yard line.
In on the tackle.
17 seconds to go in the quarter. This should be the last play. The Trojans' offense has been unstoppable here tonight. 3 out of 4 times they've had the ball, they've scored. The only other time they didn't, they fumbled it away. I formation here for the Bearcats. 2 wide receivers to the left. Hand off to the fullback. He's got a little bit of room across the 25 to the 28-yard line. Number 5 is the ball carrier. That is Rolando Reagan.
Ahmad Powell
into the game. Powell made the stop for the Trojans. It'll be 2nd down and 2, and that's the end of the quarter.
The first quarter.
Impressive first quarter by the Trojan offense. 2 touchdowns for Jonathan Armstrong. As the Trojans in the first quarter with a 20-7 margin against the Bearcats. Stay with us here on TV 7, TV 34. You're watching Trojan football. I don't need the plays. I just how much pass and how much. That one play was 82 yards. That the only pass play was that 82 yarder.
I wrote it as 83.
83, okay.
They have 23 yards.
Total? Okay.
I had you.
To start the second quarter, the Bearcats 2nd and 2 from their own 28.
And we're back here at Bruce Field with the Trojans. Very impressive here in the first quarter play, leading at 20-7 as we begin the second quarter. 197 total yards for Bruce in the first quarter. Here's the give to the tailback. Power running across the 30. That'll be enough for the first down. And the Bearcats will move the chains. They only had 23 yards of total offense, all of it on the ground in the first quarter. Bruce, pretty good balance thanks to the long pass play. 83 yards in the air and 114 on the ground. Michael Hatchett made the tackle for the Trojans.
They're on 33.
Hopkins comes up under center. 1st and 10 to go for the Bearcats. Price goes in motion. They're going to give to the fullback instead. He fumbles, the ball is on the ground, and I think the Trojans may have it. Let's see why they uncover the pile, and the Trojans have recovered.
Fumble was recovered by the Trojans.
That was Rolando Reagan who coughed it up.
Chad Logan on the
Chad
recovery.
Logan made the recovery. And Bruce with another opportunity here at the 33-yard line in Baldwyn territory. The fifth drive of the night
First and
for
10
the
on
Trojans.
the Bearcats 32.
Chad Logan still in at quarterback. Jonathan Denton now in at tailback, seeing his first action along with Kendrick Armstrong. The give is to Denton off the left side. He tucks his head and powers his way inside the 30 to the 29.
Denton on the carry.
Tackle made by number 78 of Baldwyn. That's Jason Bell, 277-pound junior.
Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Trojans.
They'll mark it right at the 30-yard line. 2nd down, 7 yards to go for the Trojans. And a whistle on the play now. Going to be offsides against Baldwyn.
Offsides against the Bearcats.
Bearcats have looked very sloppy so far tonight. Numerous penalties and 2 fumbles.
Second and 2 for the Trojans.
So that'll make it 2nd down and 2 yards to go after the penalty. Armstrong and Denton in the backfield. The give is to Armstrong, and he has stood up behind the line, and he's going to be dropped way back. First man that hit him was number 77, that's Ryan Howell.
Kendrick Armstrong on the carry.
Who made the tackle. And then a gang
Tackle
of
was made by
Bearcats
Richardson.
came in to finish him off. A loss back to the 31.
3rd and 7.
3rd down and 7 yards to go, and we got a timeout on the field taken here by the Trojans.
Timeout, Bruce.
While we have a timeout on the field, let me go over the sponsors one more time with you before the halftime. Kelwood Outlet in Calhoun City, Parker Brothers Trucking of Calhoun City, Hawkins Motor Company Calhoun City, Calhoun Apparel Incorporated in Calhoun City, Farmers and Merchants Bank of Bruce, Bruce Telephone Company, Waller Incorporated of Bruce, Pontotoc Electric Power Association in Bruce, Warehouser Company of Bruce, Steps Over Pharmacy in Bruce, Weeks Big Star of Bruce, Kathy's Cozy Kitchen in Pittsburgh, O-South Outfitters of Bruce, Bruce Family Medical Center in Bruce, Jackson Implement Company of Pontotoc, Money Connection in Bruce, Fred's Superstores in Bruce, Calhoun City, Vardaman and Water Valley, Hunter's Hollow of Oxford, Houston Building Supply of Houston, Pizza Palace right here in Bruce, Dr. Eddie Brown Optometry here in Bruce, all bringing you tonight's Bruce Baldwyn game. And what an exciting game it has been. You know, a lot of people think the first game of the season kind of sets the pace for that season, but it's not necessarily so. But if it is, Bruce has a great season ahead, and it is a good game. If you're not out tonight for some reason, be sure and join us on Saturday morning for the replay of the game right here on TV 7, TV 34, your community television station. And now we go back to Don and the game.
Thank you, Miss Ann. And Baldwyn, if they give up a touchdown here, they're going to be in a deep, deep hole here in the first half. Still a lot of time to go in the first half, 9:42. It's been a long first half. I formation. Little draw play on the delay. That's Denton. Denton's got some room. Spins inside the 20 to the 19. That'll be enough for a first down.
Denton on the carry.
And once again, a timeout.
Tackle was made by Thomas.
It is a first down. 1st and 10 at the 19. Powell checks in with the play.
The 1st and 10 Trojans just inside the Bearcat 20.
Next week on the Game of the Week, got a big matchup from the Boneyard in Calhoun City as Ackerman comes to town, the defending champions. of 2A will play the Wildcats next week. Here's Armstrong on the keeper left side. A little bit of running room. Erskine Bean made the
Henry
stop.
Armstrong, the tackle was made by Reagan.
Be a pickup of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 8.
Gain of 2 to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Trojans.
Cooper comes wide to the right. Logan hands it off to Denton. Denton's got a hole. There's a flag in the backfield, though, as he's inside the 10, close to another first down.
Jonathan Denton on the carry.
Well, let's hold everything. Holding against the Trojans, and that's going to back them up 10. First holding penalty of the night.
Holding against the Trojans.
We mentioned next week,
Move the ball
Ackerman against Calhoun City. The week after that,
29-yard line.
one of the best rivalries in these parts, Water Valley and Bruce from Water Valley will be our feature game of the week. That should be a good one
for the Trojans.
Bruce has not beaten Water Valley in several years, so they'll have an opportunity to do so this year. Logan wants to throw. Quick slant complete to McKay, and he is knocked down at about the 23-yard line. A hard hit there by number 12, the free safety. That's Ryan, Gabe Ryan, who came up to make the stop.
Logan's pass was intended for McKay, incomplete.
They say he did not hold on, so they'll mark it back to the 30. Third down and long. Passing situation here for the Trojans. Back to throw. It's going to be a draw play to Denton. Denton can't get away. He's stopped right around the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up 4th down and long.
Denton on the carry, stopped by Howell. Bring up 4th down for the Trojans.
Howell made the tackle. Bruce going to go for it, it looks like. Coach Ferguson sends in the play with Shane McKay. Fourth and 22, back at the 31-yard line. Logan, play action, rolls to his left, he's being chased, fumble the ball, recovers, but it doesn't matter. Baldwyn will have the football. Number 60 came through, got the penetration, forced Logan into the fumble, and that will give the ball back to the Bearcats. And a big defensive stand that time for the Bearcats. Had the Trojans scored there, they would have been in a big hole. But now they'll have good field position at their own 44. 7:14 to go in the first half of play. 20-7 is your score. Matt Hopkins, the senior, under center. In motion goes Michael Bean. Hand off to Bean coming around the corner. Bean to the 50, and he's dropped there.
Michael Bean on the carry.
Bean, his 2nd carry of the night.
Jonathan Armstrong on the tackle.
Jonathan Armstrong on the tackle.
10 of 7 will be 2nd and 3 for the Bearcats.
2 carries, 11 yards on the night from Michael Bean. He's been held in check, as has Price. 4 carries for only 6 yards. So the 2 featured backs with only 17 yards so far for the Bearcats. Bruce has maintained time of possession, though. I formation. Here's the give to Price off the left side. He's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Give the Trojans credit on that defensive front. They're able to get the penetration
on the carry,
and keep Price from getting across the line of scrimmage. Michael Hatchett stood his ground and dropped him at the line of scrimmage. It'll be third down coming up.
Flag on the play.
There's a late flag coming in. And it looks like the Bearcats are going to get an unsportsmanlike conduct call. That's a dead ball penalties too, so it'll still be third down. Third down and a mile now. All the way back to the 36.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bearcats.
Third down and 21 now for Baldwyn.
Third and 19 for the Bearcats.
6 minutes to go in the first half. Hopkins under center, I formation. Back to throw in the pocket. Looks to the right. Pump fakes. Throws a little wounded duck out there, and it's almost intercepted. Just got it over the head of Fortner.
Incomplete.
And it'll be fourth down coming up for Baldwyn. That'll bring up a punting situation for the Bearcats. They'll kick it away. Brent Spencer's going to drop deep for the Trojans. Snap is a good one. Kick is away. End over end kick is going to hit at the 38. Take a Baldwyn bounce, and it's going to roll dead at the 32. So Bruce will have pretty good field position at their own 32 with 5:35 to go. You're watching Trojan football. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in a moment.
Spencer on the return. Tackle was made by Andy Hopkins. The Trojans first and 10. They're on 39. Armstrong on the carry, out by Erskine Bean. First and 10 Trojans on the Bearcat 41.
Welcome back here to Trojan Field. 5:35 to go in the first half. The Trojans on top by the score of 20-7. And now they have a possession at their own 32-yard line. Plenty of time in which to operate. We have a new quarterback in the game in Jamal Jackson, seeing his first action of the night. Flag on the play. I think that might be a delay of game. I didn't see anybody move. No, I guess apparently they did, though. Illegal procedure
against the Trojans.
Against the Trojans. I'll back them up 5 yards. Coach Ferguson told us on the coaches show earlier we'd see a little of Jamal Jackson tonight. And he's going to get him in the ball game now. Jackson's a left-handed quarterback, junior, 150. Trojans will move on next week. They'll play UPOR here at home. They beat the Eagles last year 35-12. Jackson under center, pitch sweep, Peter Armstrong. Armstrong trying to get to the outside, shakes one tackle, but then he is stood up in the backfield.
Kendrick Armstrong on the carry.
Hard hit by Erskine Bean. Erskine Bean's got a
Bean on the tackle.
ton of tackles tonight on defense for the Bearcats. Lost back to the 22-yard line.
Second and 20 for the Trojans.
So it'll be second down and 20 yards to go. Jonathan Denton in the backfield along with Kendrick Armstrong, and now there's a flag coming in. This may be too much time. It is, and that'll back Bruce up 5 more. So Jackson a little shaky here, getting him out of the huddle in his first action at quarterback for the Trojans.
Second and 25.
Second down and 25 now. They're going to go up to the line in a hurry. Hand off to Spencer coming around the corner. Flag on the play, and he's going to be dropped at the 23-yard line. Flag in the backfield usually means it's against the Trojans.
Spencer on the carry. Tackle was made by Barnett.
Clip against Bruce, and that'll back him up half the distance.
Clipping on the Trojans.
That's if Baldwyn takes the penalty. They may decline it here. It'll be third and long. Baldwyn would be wise here to decline the penalty, force third down and long. Coach Ferguson talking it over with the official, trying to get an explanation of the call. And they are going to take the penalty. Baldwyn will back them up, force them into second down and even longer. Line of scrimmage is back at the 9-yard line. They have to go all the way to the 30 or the 43 to pick up a first down. So it is second down and 34. I formation for the Trojans. Jackson rolls to his left. He's going to keep it, and he cannot get away, and another flag comes in.
Jackson on the keeper. We have another flag on the
Might
play.
have lost a yard on the play. Looks like he was dropped at the 8. Let's see what the flag is. A lot of flags here on the first game of the year, as is usually the occasion. Another clip against Bruce.
Clipping against the Trojans.
You would think they would definitely decline this one. Penalty is declined, so it is third down.
Penalty was declined.
And 35 yards. 4:24 to go in a half. Bruce would most likely be conservative here, and they do. They run it up the middle to Armstrong. A little bit of an opening across the 15 to about
Kendrick
the 16.
Armstrong on the carry.
Big-time penalty yards for both teams. Bruce 55 yards on penalties. Baldwyn
Tackle was
45.
made by Bell.
Bale made the stop.
Fourth down for the Trojans.
And we'll see the Trojan punter for the first time this year. Corey Grace will drop back in punt formation. Baldwyn should get good field position here. David Price and Michael Bean will drop back to midfield.
Grace in punt formation for the Trojans.
Grace gets it away off the side of the foot. It's going to hit at the 37, take a Baldwyn bounce to the 34-yard line. So good field position here for Baldwyn with 3:36 to go in the half. Plenty of time in which to operate. Touchdown here, and the Bearcats will very much be back in this ball game. They're going to mark it at the 35.
The first and 10 Bearcats on the Trojan 35.
I think we may see a dose of Brad Price on this drive. He hasn't run the ball very much tonight. He's only carried it 5 times. Price is deep in the I formation. Bearcat goes in motion left to right. The give is to Price off the right side. Not much running room. He picked his way for a couple.
Price
Down to about the 33, maybe the 32.
Jonathan Armstrong and Fortner on the tackle.
Gain of 3. Armstrong and Fortner made the stop for the Trojans.
Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Bearcats.
2nd down 7 coming up. Clock continues to roll as we close in on the 3-minute mark. Michael Bean out here against Ahmed Powell. Hall goes in motion. Hopkins wants to throw out in the flat, complete to Hall. First down, down to around the 21-yard line. That's Tony Hall, the tight end. Senior 160.
Pass was complete to Hall. The tackle was made by Spencer.
That's the first completion of the night for the Bearcats.
A 1st and 10 for the Bearcats on the Trojan 22.
They'll mark it at the 22-yard line. Now they go with the power I set. 3 running backs in the backfield. Play action. Hopkins wants to throw again. He is sacked by Chestai. Chestai nailed him in the backfield.
Chestai for the sack.
Dye, 200-pound junior, made the hit back at the 27. A loss of 5 on the play. There's the first sack of the year for the Trojans. So call it 2nd down and 15.
2nd and 15.
2 minutes to go in the first half. Bearcats trail it by 13. 20-7. Shotgun formation now for Baldwyn. First time we've seen that. They give it to Price. Price to the right side. Can't get away. It's going to be dropped at the 25-yard line. A gain of only 2, and now timeout taken by the Bearcats. With a minute 40 to go
with some help
here in the first half.
on the tackle.
Price has not been able to get going here tonight.
Timeout, Baldwyn.
He's carried 7 times for only 11 yards on the night. So the highly touted running back who tore up the Bruce defense last year, not nearly as effective here tonight. Stay with us at halftime. We'll have a look at the marching band of the Bruce Trojans, and also we'll update the scores from around the area. So stay with us at halftime. Some good ball games to open the season tonight. 2 playoff teams battling here from last year. 2 playoff teams are battling down at Aberdeen. The Wildcats in Calhoun City against the Bulldogs of Aberdeen. Blue Devils with a big game against New Albany in 3A action tonight over at Water Valley. We'll have some highlights of that on the Coaches Show next week. Russ Wooten's over there getting some highlights at Death Valley. Minute 40 to go in the half.
3rd and 13 for the Bearcats.
3rd down and 13 yards to go. Passing situation. Hopkins back to throw. 3-step drop. Steps up. Throws over the middle. Into coverage, and it's intercepted. Jamal Jackson, the free safety, picked it off in the end zone, and it's a touchback. It'll come out to the 20-yard line.
The Trojans 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Chad Logan's going to come back in at quarterback. Bruce will take over at their 20, a minute 32 to go, and they may just run out the clock here and be content with a 20-7 halftime lead. We'll have some stats at halftime as well. Big Justin Steps in at fullback now out of the power wishbone formation. They give to Poindexter, and Poindexter is dropped at the line of scrimmage. Big number 78,
on the carry.
Jason Bell made the tackle for Baldwin. 2nd and 10, the clock continues to roll.
Tackle was made by Jason Bell.
Neither team looks like they're going to try to stop it.
2nd and 10 for the Trojans.
Logan comes up to the line on 2nd down and 10. He's going to run a little counter. He keeps it to the 22.
Chad Logan on the keeper.
Clock will continue to roll. It'll be 3rd down and 8 coming up.
Tackle was made by Richardson.
Now Baldwin, anticipating possibly getting the ball back, is going to take a timeout here on 3rd and 8. If Bruce doesn't make it, they'll probably take another one if they have it, and try to get the offense back on the field one more time. Anytime you have a Michael Bean back there returning kicks, though, it's a good chance he could go all the way. And that has to be what Coach Gann is thinking across the way. We'll keep it here with only 38 ticks to go here in the first half. Of course, next week we'll have SEC action to talk about. College football season will start off. No Rob Morgan sitting over here by me is excited about those Bulldogs this year. They get to open with the Vanderbilt Commodores, who did not win an SEC game last year. Third down coming up here for Bruce. They'll probably keep it on the ground here, but Poindexter in the backfield along with Jonathan Armstrong. Movement along the line, the ball's on the ground, but very quickly Logan picked it up and fell on it. That'll be 4th down. Baldwin evidently doesn't have a timeout remaining. They're not taking it.
4th down for the Trojans.
I'm not sure if Bruce will have to run another play. They may can run out the clock here. 17 seconds to go. No reason to kick it here. They may let it run down as far as they can. 2 seconds, that's going to do it. That'll end the first half of play. First half,
first quarter,
in which the Bruce offense dominated the first quarter, and they go into the dressing room with a 20-7 advantage over the Bearcats from Baldwin. We're going to take you to a break, but after that we'll listen to the marching band, and then we'll have some scores for you here on TV7, TV 34.
The Trojans 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Poindexter. Class are under direction of Ms. Bridget Baker and Ms. Amanda Poindexter.
Very good. Go ahead.
For your entertainment this evening, the show will consist of one song, Los Cuervos, the Crows. And now to bring the 1998-99 Trojan Marching Band onto the field is your drum major, Miss Candy Deaton. Let's give it up for this Trojan band, everybody. Get on your feet and show them how much we appreciate them. Trojan Marching Band. Football just wouldn't be the same without them, folks, so let them know that you're here.
out there. I don't want to talk no more than I have to. All right, bring me on. And welcome back here to Trojan Field here in Bruce as we get ready for the second half of play. Very impressive first half by the Bruce offense. 20 points put on the board, 2 touchdowns for Jonathan Armstrong, and 1 big one for Brent Spencer. Bearcats will get the ball to start the second half.
The second half, Bruce will be kicking off the Baldwyn.
Step to kick it off for the Trojans. We'll see what kind of adjustments
and Reagan
the Bearcats made at the half. See if they can battle their way back into this game. They came from behind last year, of course, and won that game over at Baldwyn, 28-20. Bean back deep, along with Reagan.
Powell's
going to kick it off. No Step kicks off. It's a short kick. There's a flag down. That may be offsides against the Trojans.
Check that. Justin Step kicked the ball.
Illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure against the Trojans.
Against the Trojans. I don't know how they could get that call. You can move all you want to behind the line. It has to be offsides. Nevertheless, they'll back them up 5, and we'll do it all over again. Well, that gave away the strategy opening the second half for the Trojans of kicking it short. Let's see if they change that. You can figure Bruce will change that strategy because they brought Price over here on the near side. He's at the 38 standing. Step to kick it off. Here's the kick. And a kick down the left side. It's going to be taken on a hop by Reagan up to the 30. Reagan across the 35 to the 36. First and 10 for the Bearcats at the 36-yard line. Trailing by
Reagan
2 touchdowns. Injured player on the field for the Trojans.
Jackson and Cooper on the tackle.
We'll try to see who that is. Hopefully it's only a cramp. Of course, you always think that could be a possibility when you have hot weather. We don't want to speculate here. Ahmad Powell, the injured player, is up on his feet and walking off the field under his own power. Looks like he's going to be okay. So it'll be first and 10 for the Bearcats from the 36.
First and 10 Bearcats from their own 36.
Hopkins is still in at quarterback, the senior. They're going to put 3 men in the backfield now to try to free up Price a little more with a couple of blockers ahead of him. Here's a give to him. He is hit at the line, powers forward to almost the 40-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play.
Price on the carry. Stopped by Jonathan and Kendrick Armstrong.
Price only had 11 yards in the first half. on 7
Gain
carries.
of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Bearcats.
3 first downs tonight for the Bearcats and 3 turnovers, which were very costly there in the first half. 2nd down and 7. Hopkins back to throw in the pocket, looking left. He's going to throw deep down the sidelines into coverage, knocked away by Brent Spencer. Spencer was out there with
Pass broken up
Erskine
by
Bean.
Spencer.
And Spencer able to knock it down. It'll force 3rd down and 7 for the Bearcats. Bearcats have not put any points on the board offensively tonight. The only touchdown came on a fumble return of 69 yards. Third down and 7. I formation here for the Bearcats. Hopkins back to throw. Wants to swing it out to Price. He does at the 30. Price hit in the backfield, breaks the tackle, hit again and dropped at the 42-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play.
Carry stopped by Chad Logan.
Logan made the tackle, and it'll be 4th down and 5 for the Bearcats. They send in the punting unit.
Fourth and 4 for the Bearcats.
Coach Ferguson making sure his troops be aware of the fake here. A good position of the field in which to do it on 4th and 4 from the 43.
Hall back in punt formation for the Bearcats.
Tony Hall stands back at the 31 to kick it. Brent Spencer's back deep. He does kick end over end. It's going to hit. Not much of a roll, and it's going to die at the 31-yard line. Good field position coming up for the Trojans. 26-yard kick, not much of a kick, and the Trojans are going to get good field position.
On the 31, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans.
So the Trojans will get the ball for the first time here in the second half. Just over 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Chad Logan is back in at quarterback. He played the majority of the first half, with the exception of 1 possession. High formation now. The give is to the fullback. That's Jonathan Armstrong, and he is thrown down for a loss. There's a fumble on the play, and the Bearcats have recovered. Second turnover of the night against Bruce.
By the Bearcats.
That was Erskine Bean, who has to have double digits in tackles tonight. He's at a big night. Who made the hit. And the Bearcats are going to get it in good field position.
The Bearcats 1st and 10 from the Trojans 27.
So a big opportunity here for the Bearcats to get back in this football game. 1st and 10 at the 27. Spencer in the backfield with Price. Hopkins pitch sweep to Price, trying to get to the outside, trying to find his blockers, tucks it back inside and gets a little bit of running room. Flag on the play, right around the point of contact.
Price on the carry, stopped by Kendrick Armstrong.
Kendrick Armstrong made the stop. Personal foul against the Trojans. And that's going to tack on to the end of the run, half the distance to the goal line. So let's see where they mark it.
Let them play football.
Looks like it's going to be down right around the 10-yard line. Can't tell for sure from this angle if it's inside the 10 or outside, so we'll just say 1st and 10. High formation for the Bearcats. Fullback goes in motion. Delay to Price. Cuts it back into the middle. Price is going to be dropped at about the 7, it appears.
Price on the carry, stopped by Woodall.
Woodall made the tackle for the Trojans.
Gain of 1 will be 2nd and goal from the 9.
He only got a yard, so 2nd and goal for the Bearcats. 4-down territory here for Baldwin. Down by 13.
Come on, B, tighten up here.
Power I formation with Price, the I back. They give it to Bean instead, trying to get to the left. Can't get away, and he is gang tackled.
Bean on the carry.
And it'll be 3rd and goal for the Bearcats.
Come on, knock him back.
Jonathan Armstrong and Moss on the tackle.
Bean and Price have combined for only 36 yards of
3rd
rushing
and goal just outside the 5.
so far.
The Bearcats.
3rd and goal at the 6.
They're going to run it on this side.
Spencer, the fullback. They got an I-bone formation. Hopkins heads to the 3rd man through. That's Price, and he's into the end zone. 6-yard touchdown run for the senior Brad Price. And the first offensive touchdown of the night for the Bearcats. And they take advantage of the turnover. Their 2nd score off of a turnover tonight. And the lead is cut to 7 at 20-13. They'll go for 1 here. Try to cut it to 6.
Watch the kick. Keep it at 7.
Nick Bell is your place kicker. Matt Hopkins will do the holding.
Bell for the point after attempt.
Kick is up, and it is good. Bruce 20,
good.
Baldwin
Bruce
14.
20, Baldwin 14.
Very quickly, some more of our sponsors for tonight. Kelwood Factory Outlet, Parker Brothers Trucking, Hawkins Motor Company in Calhoun City, Calhoun Apparel Incorporated, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Bruce Telephone Company, Pontotoc Electric Power Association, Warehouser Company, Step Saver Pharmacy, and Weeks Big Star. All proud sponsor of Trojan football here tonight. 20-14 is your score now, and the Bearcat fans across the way, their first chance to make some noise. And they have cut the lead to 6. That'll give the Bearcats a little confidence. Bruce offense needs to come back and stick it in the end zone themselves. Spencer and Armstrong will drop back deep.
Let's go.
Price is changing shoes, it looks like. Get ready to kick, and he quickly kicks. Kicks it to the far sideline, right at Jonathan Armstrong, who takes it at the 20, tries to bring it across to the near side, can't get away, and he's dropped back at the 26-yard line.
Jonathan Armstrong on the return.
We will be selecting
Tackle was
our
made by Richardson.
star of the game
A Trojan
at the conclusion of this game, so stay with us for that.
27.
First down for the Trojans from the 27-yard line. 7:55 to go, third quarter. Jonathan Denton in at tailback, along with Kendrick Armstrong. Logan hands it off to Denton. Denton up the middle across the 30 to the 31. Looks like a gain of about
Denton
4.
on the carry.
Well, it'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Tackle was made by Arnold.
Arnold made the stop for Baldwyn. Second down, 6 yards to go.
Gain of 4, it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Trojans.
Whistle blown in the backfield by the referee. Logan under center, hands it off to Armstrong, nowhere to go. Stacked up by number 56, Pate Gillentine.
Tackle was made by Gillentine.
3rd down and 6, no gain on the play.
Third and 6 for the Trojans.
Third down, 6 coming up for the Trojans. 2 wide receivers to the right. Logan rolls to his right, wants to throw. Has time, throws, incomplete. Pass was a little behind him, but he should have caught it.
Logan's pass
right through the arms of Ahmad Powell.
Incomplete. Bring up 4th down for the Trojans.
4th down and a punting situation here for the Trojans. So the momentum has shifted now to Baldwyn. They're going to get the football back in good field position. Corey Gracie in to do the kicking. It'll be the 2nd punt of the night for the Trojans. They're going to drop Michael Bean back deep, along with the other Price, David Price. Snap is a good one. Grace gets it away. It's a high kick. No fair catch. They muff it. It's on the ground, and the Trojans have recovered. 4th turnover of the night.
Fumble was recovered by Andy Fortner.
Fortner fell on it.
Trojan 1st and 10 from the Bearcat 45.
And the Bearcats turn it over again, and Bruce has good field position at the 45. That's the break the Trojans were looking for. Now they'll have good field position. The Baldwyn defense has stiffened since the 1st quarter, where Bruce ran all over them. But not much offense in the last quarter and a half for Bruce. I formation. Poindexter's in at the tailback position. Pitch sweep to Poindexter. He cuts it back in. He's hit, and his knee went down at the 44. Maybe a gain of a yard on the play.
Poindexter on the carry.
Call it 2nd down and 9.
We have 2 vehicles that need to be moved or they'll be towed away. A silver Oldsmobile license number UND 340 and a white Geo Illinois tag MGN 214. A silver Oldsmobile.
Timeout on the field here. 5:41 to go in the 3rd quarter.
You need to move your vehicle or
we're going to take a station break. 20-14, Trojans on top. Stay with us.
Denton on the carry. Denton on the carry. Season. Senior. Against the Trojans.
And welcome back here to Bruce.
sophomore Brady
After the
Russell.
timeout, 5:41 to go in the third quarter. Trojans on the move after the muff punt by the Bearcats. Second down and 9 from the 44. Logan hands it off, second man through Poindexter. Good running room inside the 40 to the 38.
Poindexter on the carry.
Pickup of 6 on the play. And it'll be third down and 3.
Erskine Bean and Gillentine on the tackle.
Erskine Bean was there again. Bean has been the defensive MVP for Baldwyn tonight.
A 3rd and 4 for the Trojans from the Bearcat 38.
Big play coming up here. Third down and 3. Hand off to Poindexter. He has the first down inside the 35.
Poindexter on the carry.
That'll move the chains.
Tackle was made by Richardson.
6th first down of the night for the
First
Trojans.
down Trojans.
Good sized crowd out tonight here in Bruce for the season opener. Bruce will be here again next week against UPOR 3A team. The Eagles have had their troubles with the Trojans over the last several years. And Bruce will be favored in that one again next week. Hand off Poindexter. He is met and dropped at the 31-yard line. Richardson made the tackle.
Richardson in on the tackle.
For the Bearcats. A pickup of 3. Second down and 7. Powell wide to the right, McKay to the left. Logan hands to his fullback Armstrong, who has the first down. He's around the corner. He might go. He's down to the 10. Out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal to go.
Kendrick Armstrong. Run out of bounds by Erskine Bean.
Bean with another tackle. First and goal to go for the Trojans. Trying to regain that 2-touchdown advantage.
Ball's on the 6-yard line.
Ball rest at the 6. Armstrong, that's Kenny Armstrong in the backfield with Poindexter. The give is to Poindexter, and not much room. Maybe a yard to the 5. That's about it.
Poindexter on the carry.
Second and goal for the
Jason
Trojans.
Bell made the tackle.
Westmoreland comes
Gain of
in.
1, it'll be second and goal from
Jenkins
the 5.
goes out. Pitch sweep to Poindexter, trying to get to the corner, and he hesitated and lost a couple of yards. There's a flag down right around the line of scrimmage. Erskine Bean again on the tackle.
Poindexter on
He's
the
been
carry,
everywhere.
stopped by Barnett.
Holding against the Trojans. That'll back them up
Holding
10.
against the Trojans.
That'll move them back to the 15. Looked like the holding took place right at the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to mark it from the 18, actually. Or from the 8, back it up to the 18. So that's more than a 10-yard
The
penalty. About
second goal from the 19.
a 13-yard penalty against Bruce. And it'll be second down and goal all the way back at the 18.5-yard line. Bruce has now piled up 84 yards in penalties tonight. That's something they'll try to correct before next weekend. Logan under center, rolls to his right, Gets a good block, throws over the middle into a crowd, and incomplete. It hit the ground. Intended for number 44. That's Turner.
Pass incomplete.
It'll be third down and goal.
Third down.
So third and goal back at the 18. Spencer is going to check into the game. Spencer's going to go wide into the slot to the right. And
come out, Bruce.
Bruce didn't like what they saw breaking out of the huddle, so they take a timeout with 2:42 to go here in the third quarter of play. Once again, some more of our sponsors: Kathy's Cozy Kitchen in Pittsburgh, Old South Outfitters in Bruce, Bruce Family Medical Center, Jackson Implement Company in Pontotoc, Money Connection, Fred's Superstore, Hunter's Hollow in Oxford, Houston Building Supply, Pizza Palace on the Square in Bruce, and Dr. Eddie Brown Optometry, also in Bruce. 20-14 is your score, and of course college football kicking off next weekend. Mississippi State at home against Vanderbilt, Ole Miss at home against Memphis. Both teams will be in action. Southern Mississippi with a tough challenge on the road against the Nittany Lions of Penn State. Game almost 2 hours long now with all the timeouts for the hot weather along with the other timeouts. We're still in the third quarter. Third down and goal now. Logan play action, rolls to his right, wants to swing it back over, incomplete. Probably a good thing because number 14, Rodney Barnett,
intended for Poindexter,
was right there. And it'll be fourth down and goal. Probably too far out for a field goal attempt. So we will see they'll go for it here on fourth down. The holding penalty really hurt Bruce. They were knocking on the door at the 5-yard line before the hold. Now they face fourth down and long. All Baldwyn has to do is tackle them before they get to the end zone. They can play a little cushion here. Back to throw is Logan. Rolling right, swings it out, incomplete. Over the head of Brent Spencer.
Incomplete. The Bearcats first and 10. So they're on 19.
Bruce defense will hit the field. And a chance for Bruce to put a little cushion between them and Baldwyn. Instead, the Bearcats right in the game, down by 6 with 2:29 to go in the third. Power I formation for the Bearcats. Hopkins gives it to Price. Price gets it up to the 25-yard line. That's a pickup of 7 on the play. I think the Trojans may get a dose of Price here.
Tackle was made by Jackson. Gain of 6 to be 2nd and 4 for the Bearcats.
Second down 4 for Baldwyn. Bean goes in motion. They give it to Bean, coming back to the right. He's got an opening. First down across the 35, tiptoeing down the sidelines. Finally, he stepped out of bounds around the 39-yard line.
Barnett on the carry, ran out of bounds by
That'll move the chains. They're going to mark it at the 39-yard line. That's the best run of the night for Michael Bean. So So first and 10 to go.
First and 10 Bearcats. They're on 38.
Flag comes flying in. Hopkins took a hard count that time. Let's see what the call. Illegal procedure against Baldwyn.
Procedure against the Bearcats.
I think they called Hopkins that time for shaking his head in that hard count. And that'll back him up 5 yards.
Be first and 15.
If they call that in Denver, Elway would get that call every time. First and 15. Power I formation. Here's the give to Price. Price off the right side, breaking tackles into the open. Chest dive finally drags him down at the 46. Close to a first down.
Price on the carry. Tackle was made by
Going to be about 2 yards shy. And that'll bring up a second down and 2.
Second and a long 2 for the Bearcats.
Price up to 46 yards on the night. On 13 carries. That 12-yard carry was his best of the night, I believe. I formation on second and 2. Price again, hitting the backfield and stood up by chest dive. Going to be a loss on the play.
Price on the carry. Fortner and Dye and on the tackle.
Third down from the 43. 5 yards to go. It's a loss of 3 for Brad Price.
Third and 6.
Play action. Hopkins wants to throw. Got a man open. Complete to Bean. Down the sidelines and knocked out of bounds by Jamal Jackson. But not before first down for the Bearcats.
Pass was complete to Bean. Run out of bounds by Jackson.
Good call that time by Baldwyn. Hopkins with the little rollout pass. That's a play they used a lot last year against Bruce and was very effective on it.
A first and 10 Bearcat on
first down at the Bruce 43-yard line. This will be the last play of the third quarter. 8 seconds to go. Power I formation offset to the left. Hopkins gives it to Bean, and Bean is caught in the backfield and dropped. Jonathan Armstrong made the stop.
Barnett on the carry, stopped by Jonathan Armstrong.
Loss of 4 on the play. And it'll be second and 14 when we come back. Into the third quarter from Trojan Field. Baldwyn scores the only touchdown in the quarter, and after 3, Bruce 20, Baldwyn 14. Stay with us. Back in a moment.
Jamal Jackson on the return.
And welcome back here to the start of the fourth quarter. Baldwyn's on the move.
Second and 15.
Second down 15 at the Bruce 46 after the loss. Hopkins gives it to Price, straight up the middle. A little bit of running room to about the 43.
Price on the carry, stopped by Hatchett and Dye.
A gain of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 11 coming up here for the Bearcats.
3rd and 10 for the Bearcats.
Four down territory here for the Bearcats. If they don't get it here, they'll probably go for it. Bean comes wide to the near side. And some confusion in the backfield.
Timeout,
Baldwyn has to burn a timeout. With 11:21 to go here in the 4th quarter. Once again, next week, our feature game of the week will be the defending 2A state champions Ackerman Indians coming to Calhoun City to play the Wildcats in a rematch of last year's game in which Ackerman won 34-0. If you wonder, that was about the closest game they had all season as they rolled through undefeated and appear to be the favorite in the South once again this year. North, much more up for grabs. Last year, of course, Boonville went to the state championship. They might as well have stayed at home. They lost 47-0. And that was the first year in several years
10 for the Bearcats,
in which the 2A division was not represented. Baldwyn back on the field now for 3rd and 11. Hopkins out of the shotgun to throw. Has good protection, throws complete. That's Erskine Bean, who has a first down across the way inside the 30. Hopkins, if you give him time, he'll find the receiver. And Bruce not able to get any pressure on him at that particular time.
Tackle was made by Jackson.
And it's a first down at the 29-yard line.
A 1st and 10 for the Bearcats from the Trojan 28.
Hopkins under center. He's going to give it to Price off the right side. Price has a little bit of running room inside the 25 to about the 24. Give him 5 yards on the play.
Price on the carry.
Price having
Jackson and Hatchett
work hard for every yard he gets tonight.
Gain of 6 would be 2nd and 4.
That put him over 50 yards on the night, so he's only halfway to a 100-yard game. Remember last year, he ran for 190 yards. Bruce has done a much, much better job on Brad Price tonight. Here's the give. This is Bean. Bean trying to get to the outside to use his speed. Bruce won't let him do it. They're going to stack him up around the 21-yard line. Jonathan Armstrong was there, along with Jamal Jackson. Eddie Logan was also in on the play.
Michael Bean stopped by Jackson, Logan.
And a flag came in there late.
On the play.
Personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against Bruce. It's got to be one or the other. It can't be both. That's going to be a crucial penalty against Bruce. That'll move it all the way down to the 11-yard line. This game taking on the personality of last year's game more and more now, as Baldwyn has pretty much had their own way in the second half.
1st and 10 for the Bearcats on the Trojan 11.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They can get a first down without scoring. Power I formation with Price the eye back. They give it to him up the middle. He gets a little bit of a seam, breaks a couple of tackles, and gets to about the 7.
Price on the carry. Faulkner and Jackson made the tackle.
Fortner there to make the tackle along with Jackson. Jonathan Armstrong comes up limping a little bit. Second down and 6 from the 7.
Gain of 4, it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Bearcats.
Erskine Bean wide to the left. 3 men in the backfield. Bean goes in motion. They give it to Price. Price has an opening across the right side, spins inside the 5, and tackled around the 3, it looks like. Well, it'll bring up 3rd down and about 2.
Price on the carry.
Jonathan Armstrong is hurting. Took a long time to get up that time, and
3rd and less than a yard for the Bearcats.
he's still limping around, but he's going to stay in apparently. 3rd down and a short 2. About 3 for the touchdown. Hopkins on the sneak, and he is into the end zone.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Matt Hopkins on a quarterback sneak from 2.5 yards out. And Baldwin has tied it up now at 20. Another flag comes thrown in. Well after the play. That'll have to be a dead ball.
Matt Hopkins on the quarterback sneak.
Another unsportsmanlike against Bruce. Mistakes you just can't make right there. If you're a coach, you don't mind the physical mistakes in the first game, but penalties for trash talking, not acceptable. They'll probably put it on the kickoff. Big extra point coming up here for Nick Bell. .8:11 to go, still plenty of time.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Trojans.
High snap, the kick is high, and it is good. He kicked it a mile into the sky.
Bruce, 20,
and it dropped
Baldwin,
right on the
21.
green. 21-20 Baldwin. 8:11 to go in the ball game. 13 plays, 82 yards. Very impressive drive for the Bearcats. And they have the first lead of the night. .14 unanswered points now, and it's time for the Trojans to move the ball down the field. Two costly, unsportsmanlike penalties on that drive. Baldwin's going to get to kick it way up after the 15-yard penalty. Bruce has 108 yards in penalties tonight. That's even high for the Oakland Raiders. Kendrick Armstrong is back deep to receive, along with Brent Spencer. Spencer, who started out running the ball effectively, hasn't been much of a factor in the second half.
And Kendrick Armstrong.
Poindexter and Denton have been doing primarily most of the running back duties.
Price will be kicking for the Bearcats.
See if the Trojans can get some good field position here to work with. Officials are still discussing something down around the 22-yard line. I'm not sure what it is. I think you got to assess the penalty here somewhere. They've got it teed up at the 40. I don't know that they have applied the 15-yard penalty yet. And apparently they're not going to. I guess they must have given them half the distance on the extra point. There's not much benefit for Baldwyn. They'll kick it from the 40. Price tees it up. Eight minutes, 11 seconds to go in the game. Price kicks it off straight down the middle. Jonathan Armstrong has it. 25, 30. Tries to get outside. He's stopped at the 31-yard line. Who else? Erskine Bean.
Armstrong on the return.
That guy's been everywhere tonight. Forward progress to the 32-yard line.
32.
First and 10 for the Trojans, who now must come from behind for the first time this season. Spencer is back in the game. Starting running back tandem is in there with Armstrong and Spencer. The give is to Spencer. Good opening to the 39-yard line. Gain of 7.
Spencer on the carry.
Spencer's a junior, tailback, 180.
Tackle was made by Richardson. Gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 for the Trojans.
And we'll see how the depth of that offensive line can maybe put together a good drive here. Spencer, nowhere to go. Wrapped up in the backfield. Big number 77, Ryan Howell.
Tackle was made by Howell.
Howell, 305 pounds. He's only in the 8th grade. Ball's at the 37.
Loss on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Trojans.
Under 7 minutes to go. 3rd down and about 6. Powell lined up in the slot. Pitch sweep here to Armstrong. If he gets to the corner, he's got the first down. 45, 50. Ducks his head to the 46 of Baldwyn. Big run there by Kenny Armstrong. That gets the crowd to life here on the near side.
It was made by Price. David Price.
Bruce on the move now with 6.5 minutes to go. Ball's at the 46-yard line.
1st and 10 Trojans for the Bearcat 46.
Logan under center. Gives it to Spencer. Up the middle, not much room. Stopped at the 45, maybe a yard on the play.
Spencer on the carry.
Tackle made by number 11, Channing
Tackle was
Corso.
made by Bell. Gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Trojans.
2nd down, 9 yards to go from the 44. Make it 2nd and 8. Timeout is taken. Officials timeout. 5:51 to go. We're going to take a break with them. You're watching TV7, TV 34. Back in a moment.
Personal foul against the Trojans. Jonathan Armstrong and Budo on the tackle. Illegal procedure against the Bearcats. Bring up 3rd and 6.
And welcome back here to Bruce Trojan Field. It's getting late. 5:50 to go
Second and a long 8 for
in the
Trojans.
football game. Bruce down by 1. Missed extra points, the difference in the game. Logan up under center. Second down and 8. Handoff, second man through. Nowhere to go for Brent Spencer. Baldwin has been in the backfield almost
Spencer on
all
the carry, stopped by
of
Bell.
the second half. Bruce dominated the first quarter, but since then,
Third
not
and 10
much
for the Trojans.
running game at all. Third down and 9. Loss of 1 on the play. Back to the 45. Third down and 9. Logan back to throw. He's under pressure. Rolls to his left, and he's sacked. Back to the 46 of Bruce. Number 60 chased him down. I'm not sure who that is. We don't have a listing on him. It may be Ashmore. Fourth down and long now.
4th and 18 for the Trojans.
4th and 18. Grace in the game to punt. Maybe a time for a fake. 4:18 to go.
Corey Grace back in punt formation.
Snap is low. He gets it off, kicks it straight up in the air. Not very long. And it's going to take a nice roll, though. And down by Jonathan Armstrong right at the 30-yard line. Bruce really needs a 3-and-out right here where they won't have to use up all their timeouts. They have all 3 timeouts remaining according to the scoreboard.
They 1st and 10 Bearcats. Ball just inside their own 30.
First down and 10. Bearcats with the lead and the football. Power I formation. Give us to Price. Up the middle, nowhere to go. Jonathan Armstrong in the backfield along with Michael Hatchett.
Pierce on the carry, stopped by
Second
Hatchett
down and
Woodall.
10. No gain on the play. 3:40 and rolling
Bring up 2nd and 10 for the
in the
Bearcats.
football game. I formation for the Bearcats. Hopkins gives it to Price. Price nowhere to go. He's stacked up at the 32. That'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
Price on the carry.
Stop him here.
Moss on the tackle.
You take a timeout on 3rd and 8. Under 3 minutes to go.
3rd and 8 for the Bearcats.
20 carries for 63 yards for Price. Just over 3 yards a carry. Baldwin is going to have to use a timeout.
Timeout, Baldwin.
2:37 to go in the ball game. We're going to take a break. Back with more Trojan football right after this. And we're back here at Bruce.
Third
2:37 to go.
Bearcats.
Big play right here. 3rd down, 8 for the Bearcats. Power I formation. Bean goes in motion. The give is to play action. Hopkins rolls out to the right. He's got some running room, and he's dragged down by Armstrong short of the 1st down. He does stay in bounds, though. Bruce needs to use a timeout here.
Hopkins on the keeper. Armstrong and Faulkner made the tackle.
They're going to let the clock roll, though. Baldwyn will take as much time as they can.
4th and 4 for the Bearcats.
Brent Spencer back to receive the kick on 4th down and 4 yards to go. Under 2 minutes to go in the game.
Hall in punt formation.
If you're Baldwyn now,
Bearcats.
they're going to take a delay of game, it looks like. Smart move. They took as much time as they could off the clock. Now they'll punt it away. Bruce probably would be a good idea to maybe send 10 men after the ball
Delay
here
of
and try to
game
block it.
against the Bearcats.
Looks like they're setting up for the return, however, with Brent Spencer back at the 33-yard line. High snap. He gets it off. Not a very good kick, but he should. Well, he won't get a roll. It's going to die at the 47. Good field position for Bruce, and remember, a field goal wins it.
They Trojan 1st and 10 from their own 47.
1 minute, 40 seconds to go. This game has lived up to its billing. What we anticipated would be a very competitive football game. First and 10 from the 46. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Logan back to throw. Looking to the right. Throws out in the flat. Incomplete. Pass a little bit high for Ahmad Powell, who got a hand on it.
Pass intended for Powell, incomplete.
But couldn't pull it in. 2nd down and 10. Does stop the clock.
Your hands up.
36 seconds to go. 2nd down and 10 for the Trojans. Working out of the I formation. Flag on the play. Hand off to Poindexter, who has a big opening. He breaks into the open. He might go to the 20. He's going to score a touchdown, but there is a flag down. Flag on the play, and it's going to go against the Trojans.
Illegal procedure against the Trojans.
Illegal procedure against Bruce. So they're going to bring this one back. And if you can point to one thing against Bruce tonight, it's been the penalties. Over 100 yards in penalties. So that'll back them up 5
Illegal
yards.
procedure.
2nd down and 15.
2nd and 15 for the Trojans.
I formation on 2nd and 15. 27 seconds to go. Pitch sweep to Denton. Denton around the left side. Can't get away. He's up to the 44, and they're going to have to take a timeout. Bruce calls a timeout with 21 ticks on the clock.
Michael Bean on the tackle. Timeout, Bruce.
Michael Bean made the tackle. It'll be 3rd down and about 13. Missed extra point. Right now the difference. At the time, of course, it looked like Bruce was going to run away with it. They had a 20-7 lead. But Baldwyn hung in there, made some adjustments at halftime. and have taken advantage of some Bruce miscues to notch 14 points on the board here in the second half. They lead it by 1. Trojan offense has been silent in the second half. Baldwyn defense has stuffed the run. Bruce hasn't shown any ability to pass the football. So you would think they would continue to stack that line and put a safety deep just to make sure they don't get behind them. 2 wide receivers out here to the near side. Logan back to throw. Looking to the right. He's going to throw deep. He's got Powell out there. He's got it. 15-10. Touchdown, Trojans. Touchdown, Trojans. 10 seconds to go.
And Logan to Ahmad Powell. Touchdown.
Logan to Ahmad Powell for the touchdown. And the Trojans have taken the lead. And only 10 seconds to go. What a play. We've already got our first candidate for play of the year. That's a huge, huge connection.
Come out, Bruce.
Powell took advantage. He got one-on-one coverage out here on a 209-pound defensive cornerback, and he burned him bad. Beautiful pass, too, by Chad Logan. 26-21. Stay with us. We'll have our star of the game after this. Baldwyn. The one thing you didn't want to do was let a man get deep, and they did it. And this could be a miracle win for the Trojans to open the season. They'll probably go for 2 here, try to get up by 7. Looks like that's what they're going to do, with 3 men in the backfield, with Justin Stepp in at fullback, Armstrong and Poindexter in the backfield. We're going to try to get an interview with Coach Ferguson after the game and also talk to our star of the game, so stay with us for that. Here's Poindexter trying to get to the corner. He's going to get there. Yes! 2-point conversion is good.
Conversion was good.
Trojans 28.
Poindexter.
Bearcats 21. Seconds to go. Bruce would be wise to just kick it out of bounds.
28, Baldwyn 21.
Give him the ball at the 35. You don't want to kick it to Michael Bean here. We're going to be headed down to the sidelines after this, so stay with us. Price is on the near side. You're going to want to kick it away from him, obviously.
Justin Stepp set to kick off for the Trojans.
They've got the ball teed up like they're going to squib kick it down the middle of the field. Stepp to kick it off. He does, right down the middle. Picked up at the 19. Back up the field. Breaks a couple of tackles. He's dropped at the 27 with 3 seconds to go. Baldwyn will have time for one play.
Reagan on the return, stopped by Chad Logan.
Here's where Coach Ferguson's saying put your safeties about 30 yards off the line. Doesn't matter if they complete it as long as you tackle them.
Holding against the Bearcats.
Holding against Baldwyn. And that'll make it a little bit harder. Back them up 10 more yards. So they're going to be 82 yards from pay dirt with only one chance to get there. Give Bruce credit. This team never gives up, and they shut Price down all night and finally took advantage. And like a good team,
they first and 10
they do what they have to win.
They're on 18.
Shotgun formation. Watch Bean in the slot to the right. He goes in motion wide to the right. You can bet they're going to go to him. Hopkins going to let it fly. Wobbly pass. Intercepted by Kendrick Armstrong. And that's your ball game.
Kendrick Armstrong.
Bruce wins it 28-21 over the Baldwyn Bearcats. Well, evidently it's 54 seconds to go. I thought it was 3 seconds. It was 1 minute and 3 seconds, so excuse me. Scoreboard with some missing bulbs. So they'll take over now. So 54 seconds instead of 3 seconds while it goes 1 minute 3. They'll get them bulbs fixed on the scoreboard. Bruce can run out the clock here. And that's what Logan will do, go down to a knee. Bruce is going to pull one out of the fire. And this is only 1 point away from being the same score as last year, except the reversal of fortunes for the Trojans. 28-21. Logan will take a knee again. That should do it. 20 seconds to go. And the Trojans are going to go 1-0 in the season. Baldwyn will lose their first regular season game in 2 years. And they'll drop to 0-1 on the season. That'll do it. 2 seconds, 1 second. Trojans win it 28-21.
Ball game, Bruce 28.
We'll take a break.
21.
We'll be back down on the sidelines.
Y'all have a safe trip.
With an interview, hopefully, in just a moment. Back in a moment.
Back here next Friday night. The Trojans will face Euphora Eagles.
I'll go down the sideline. Grab the camera. And big dramatic victory for the Bruce Trojans. Here's the man who instigated making his first start at quarterback, Chad Logan. Chad, y'all really came out and pushed on him early like you did last year. Really put them in the hole early.
Yeah, I thought that was last year, you know. They came out and played ball. Our team, we started playing this other team.
You have a lot of depth back there. Baldwyn came out and did a lot better job of stopping that running.
Yes, sir. We're proud for them.
Chad, we appreciate it, and we'll see you again next time.
All right, appreciate it.
Show. We're talking to Coach Phil Ferguson, and Coach, really an exciting game tonight. You jumped on them early, then they rebounded, but for a minute there, it looked like a lot like last year.
Yeah, you know, over there I saw deja vu written all over it for a little while. They came back, and you know, we had them 14-0, and they scored, picked up a fumble, ran it back just a fluke play. We made a great run trying to get 2 more yards, and they stripped it out and picked it up and ran it all the way in, and made it 14-7. And we came right back, and Jonathan had a big catch and run, you know, about 80 yards, and made it 20 to 7, and you know, held on to halftime with that, and then had that fumble and gave them some momentum in the second half. They took it in there and scored, and then, you know, that drive where we extended it with those 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, you know, that probably took a lot of the fun out of the win for me, because that's not, you know, we preach class, pride, and character, and you know, our kids believe in that, but we didn't show it tonight. I was real discouraged about almost losing the football game because we lost our composure because we didn't get some breaks. And you know, fortunately our kids overcame it, and you know, we scored twice there in the last minute and 30 seconds on the long run. We just had a tackle that didn't get set offensively, and you know, it almost cost us the ball game. Then we, a wing and a prayer, we threw it up. Chad made a great throw, Ahmad made a great catch and run, and we won the football game. But we've got a lot of things to fix. This bunch of kids can be a great football team, but we got to come to the understanding that we've got to be under control at all times, and the little things amount up to big things, and that's how you win, you know, ball games and division championships and state championships. And you know, we're going to go back to work Monday.
Coach, talk about the depth you have on this team. You used 5 running backs at times tonight, and that has to help. And, of course, the offense and defensive line, we talked about that in the coach's show. You can use a lot of guys, and that really helps on a hot night like tonight.
Yeah, you know, I really felt like in the second half I didn't do a very good job of getting Jonathan Denton and Jeremy Poindexter the ball enough. We had one drive, we got in and we stalled, had a penalty, and, you know, a missed block or 2 and wound up backing up. But right at the end, you know, Jeremy broke that long run. It was because he was fresh. He'd carried the ball 5 times. You know, our tailback, you know, in the past, we've always had to get him to carry it 20 times a ball game, and now we're still getting 20 carries out of our tailback, but it's out of 3 different kids. And when you can do that consistently through the course of a ball game, especially early like this when it's hot and fatigue's a big factor, you know, it makes a difference. And I think it helped us tonight.
Coach, one final question. Your thoughts on the sidelines when you come over 3rd down, you're facing a long way to go, the play that you called to get the ball to Ahmad Powell?
Well, Donnie Logan and Rudy Bowe for saying the real wheel route, and you know, that's the thing about having, you know, 2 great assistants on the sideline. That's 6 eyes, and we see some things, and you know, we hadn't thrown the wheel, we'd thrown a little out, and you know, we hadn't, and we just the same pattern we'd been running, except we put him on out and up, and you know, fortunately everything turned out good.
Coach Ferguson, great victory, and I know you're going to get back and get ready for U4 next week.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you.